In ancient mythologies, it's a common theme that at some point in the remote past, mankind angered the gods, which caused the gods, or God, to destroy most of them. This is usually done by a great flood sent by the storm god, whether that be the Mesopotamian god Enlil, the Israelite god Yahweh, or the Greek god Zeus. But in Egypt, the land of the sun, the destruction of mankind takes a different form. When Ra created the world in the first time, a period known as Azeptepi, the gods walked the earth amongst mortals. And Ra chose to rule the world as the king of both gods and men. Ra was king for centuries, but over the ages he began to grow old, his bones being of silver, his hair being of lapis lazuli. And the people began to lose respect for his authority and conspired to rebel against him. But Ra became aware of the plot. Learning of the rebellion disappointed him, and he considered destroying mankind and returning back to the waters of Nun. He called together a council of the gods to decide what to do. The gods felt that Ra should remain as king on earth, but that the rebellious humans should be destroyed. They said that he should send his eye to kill them. The eye of Ra was a manifestation of his will and power. It could exist separate from him and personify itself as a deity. The gods told Ra to send his eye in the form of Hathor to slay those who plotted against him. Hathor was the goddess of love, beauty, music and festivity. But to protect Ra, she became an agent of destruction. Hathor went into a bloodlust and transformed into Sekhmet, the fiery lion-headed goddess of flame, war and disease. And Sekhmet began killing off mankind where she found it, delighting in their slaughter. She killed so many that the blood began to flood the ground, and Sekhmet waded through their blood like water. And Sekhmet would have destroyed all of mankind, but Ra intervened. He instructed the Egyptians to prepare many jars of beer and to mix it with other substances which stained it red like blood. Ra told them to go to the place where Sekhmet was going to come next and pour the liquid out onto the ground until it was flooded. The next day Sekhmet arrived, and, seeing what appeared to be blood, began happily lapping up the potion. She eventually became so drunk that her fury was cooled, and she let off from attacking mankind. Ra greeted the return of the beautiful Hathor, and from then on, feasts and festivals for Hathor would feature intoxicating drinks. But though he had mercy on mankind, Ra still no longer wanted to live amongst them. He ascended into the skies to create the realms of heaven and the underworld where he would go. But without his presence the world was cast into darkness. So Ra left Thoth to be his representative in the sky when he was gone. Despite her destructive attributes, Sekhmet was also a protectress. She was the goddess of divine retribution and punisher of evildoers. And as the slayer who brought disease, she was also the healer who withdrew it. Sekhmet is unusual in that she often grants reverse blessings. Where people typically pray to gods to ask for intervention, Sekhmet's blessing is to hold back your power, thereby sparing you from harm.